Welcome to the Dialogue, Learning from the Masters. This podcast will offer you a rare glimpse into our in-depth interview with screenwriter Robin Swicord.
Do you ever draw concretely from your own life for your screenplays?
I think that it is impossible to be a writer and not draw from your own life.
Well, but I mean, do you
Even
ever actively
unconsciously.
look for inspiration in your immediate space or your immediate relationships?
I don't write, as yet anyway, I don't write that autobiographically, except that I see shadows all the time in my work, things from my life.
Right, that's an interesting way to put it. Can you give an example of anything maybe indirectly that was generated from your personal experience that ended up in one of your screenplays?
Well, since we've spent time talking about Little Women, I'll say that I felt as a child very much identified with Jo March. And she was sort of a beacon for me, since I didn't know any really living writers, that there was a girl in a book that wanted to be a writer, and I was a girl that wanted to be a writer. I felt kind of wedded to her. And I was unsurprised. I should have been more aware of this ahead, but it was very unsurprising when I was doing publicity on Little Women to meet female journalist upon female journalist saying, "I hope you did a good job with this because I am Jo." You know, so
wow.
It was. I think that was something that is true for a lot of girls, that they'll find a character in a book to identify with, and I think all of these writers did in Jo March. But in terms of just, I see certain characters, shadows of certain characters from script to script. I'm interested in ambition, certainly. I see that strain running through, like The Rivals. I did a thing on Eleanor Duse and Sarah Bernhardt, script that I sold. And that thing of Eleanor Duse being, you know, the newcomer, the one that no one expected much of because she was from podunk Little Italy, and theater was really happening in Paris and London. And, you know, I found echoes of my small town childhood in her desire to leave there and sort of take on the world. So I do think that that's one of the things that we can't escape, is that we end up telling our own story behind the mask of whatever story we take on.
This has been an excerpt from the Dialogue, Learning from the Masters with screenwriter Robin Swicord. To get the full interview on DVD, go to thedialogueseries.com. There you will find this and all 27 in-depth interviews with the industry's leading screenwriters. You can also find these interviews at Netflix, Amazon, Audible, and coming soon to iTunes.